Please consider supporting me on Patreon for bonus perks.
Hello, this is KRBrickBot, and Turning Mecard continues to be reissued in Korea. I guess that franchise is still pretty popular 10 years on. Yeah, just some of those old original tiny little mini cars. But not only that, back in the day they also released a few select giant transformable articulated figures of the popular characters. And much to my surprise, they reissued them, a few selected them last year. And of course we're starting out with Evan, the main lead. Turning Mecard HG Evan, high grade. Ages 6 and up. It is familiar with the old Sonic Kong packaging, but this new style of packaging, this is based on the current contemporary Turning Mecard packaging with this pattern and such. As you see with the originals, registered international patents, they've been putting on there ever since their victory somewhat. Side of the box has another stock photo. That's very short bio there. Does not contain mech cards and does not work with mech cards. Yeah, it's very plain. Just the stock photos again. It's the same one you can see on the top of the box. This is November of 23, stamped right on there. Somehow I think the packaging is somewhat simpler compared to the older packaging. I didn't get the original one, I did get the Turning Mecard W version of High Grade Evan, because this was on sale and the original one wasn't. This new box doesn't tell you it increases your adversity quotient or that it's a special registered patent in Korea. With this symbol at least, because I think that one is filling that role. Yeah, it's a bit wider. W upgrade. Yeah, just upgraded in color palette basically. Yeah, the W version is just a minor upgrade just from orange accents to red accents. Yeah, it's the same wordmark style there. Nice to see. Yeah, there's the old Sonic Kong logo. That's, they're not around much. Still exists, but, not in its original capacity. Yeah, just pretty similar. Yeah, it's the same stock photo. It's the same old stock photo they used that long ago in the defunct Mecard app. Yep, this was 2016. Yeah, that's when this was released. Yeah, and the bio for the Turning Mecard W season. Oh, and back in the day, they actually had some actual measurements for the actual toy. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to crack open the reissue version and compare if the plastic especially holds up compared to the older version here. Good memory, just revisiting the so-called definitive version of Mecard Evan. Just a big old articulated robot that turns into a car. You know, for what it does is they're trying to be both a somewhat show accurate and just a completely toy accurate, vehicle accurate car transforming thing. It's pretty good. I mean, it has the general proportions, like the chest detailing is mostly spot on. Like very simple geometric shapes and vents. The little chest gem. Yeah, that head, that very mean looking with a bit of a crest. But that is a hero face, apparently. And the big meaty fists are also part of the character model. And then it's nice details that there are like little Mecard symbols right in the shoulder joints. Tiny little loincloth and a bit of orange paint there. Yeah, the details on this thing, the detailing on this thing is just pretty simple, just really, it's pretty smooth. Oh, what happened here? I think there's some flashing that went on here that's some sort of solid dust stuck on here. Alright, now gonna go nitpick how it's not 100% accurate to the animation model, the robot mode model that wasn't meant to transform in a traditional sense. Yeah, of course the torso spot on, and maybe the legs with that The arms, you know, they're made from car parts and not like dedicated to arms. And especially the back. You know, he had like significant door wings, which they're over here, so these back bumpers, they kind of fake it. They kind of fake the back door wings, and it's just some sort of protrusions on the shoulders rather than the back. More of a split kibble hood from the actual hood and not the windscreen, and then the windscreens are facing the other way. They're facing the other way. And also, a completely different headlight design from the main car mode. I mean, if you didn't pay attention to the show, maybe that won't be much of an issue, but this is not the most, like, screen accurate. Just pretty close enough. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but it looks like the inner limb blues are slightly yellower, just a tinge yellower than the main blue here. Yeah, I know that's that like photo degradation already happening there, but yeah, maybe not too noticeable. Evan should have 2 tones of blue, but he's just stark plain blue. Even this toy render has the secondary shades of blue, so he's looking too blue. Well, at least you have a good reference if you want to paint this up yourself. So let's compare that to the W Deco upgrade. You know, basic lore, I guess, you know, in the new season, he was just heavily damaged by the newer Mecard models from the future, and then was out of the show for a while until he was back in the game with a new color. Yeah, so it's very similar. It's just the accent colors were changed. Like, a lot of the orange plastic joints here were changed to red. Yeah, any, like, orange paint decos were... It was both pretty monotonous color here, but, there's, like, red here, and then silver, kneecaps, side chests, a couple of gold from, gold in these inner shins and the central chest, and then of course the orange to red, including the eyes, and yeah, basically orange to red, also some silver. Yeah, as such, it does away with the bright blue hubcaps to the silver. Yeah, so he just generally more shinier with a more metallic paint, which might pop out more or less, depending on how you look at it. I don't know, on the one hand, I think red on blue stands out less than orange. On the other hand, the shiny and metallic does really pop out. Well, as far as I can feel, there really are no, like, major plastic differences, like, 8 years later, like, this being recasted, like, remolded. I don't know, maybe these do look, less yellow. And that they both still have the half matte treated and the half outer gloss treated plastic here. That's a bit odd there. Maybe the shoulders, slightly different. Yeah, but I think it's it still has good quality. I think the quality plastic, it's still good after all these years. Not sure about the joint tolerances for ratchets. For the articulation, a nice ball socketed head, lots of side to side, up and down. Full 360. Nice clickety shoulder ratchets. Friction, like no ratchet double hinge shoulders for transformation. And shoulder kibble really does clash in his face. So only outward that much. Even that much. 90-degree elbow bend and then wrist inward for transformation. Of course no bicep because that's integrated right in the windscreen. Oh yeah, you forgot, you could actually turn those shoulders back. But yeah, okay, that looks better for the outward arms. Nice forward clickities. Backward clickities that much. It's a slight bend in the knee. 2 clicks. Not fully straight. Because the feet aren't fully straight here. On the completely milky palm, intentionally molded pistons here. Yeah, the foot goes that far, so it does kind of stand kind of awkwardly because it's not perfectly straight, so he's always kind of bending. Not sure even the full thigh swivels can help it get a good pose with those awkward legs, unless like some certain anime stances. For the transformation, flap out, head in. Yeah, like hinge that in. Yeah, double fold those feet. Yeah, hard to remember, but yeah, it's a bit of an odd angle. Yeah, the knees are permanently fixed like that, so it shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, just double hinge the back here. Yeah, I guess to make sure to put the one with the tab first and just slide that other one over. Pretty simple. The vehicle mode is very much a likeness to the regular Mecard model, though maybe not perfectly, because it's just mostly the wheels. Yeah, these wheels are a bit small for a car. Yeah, compared to this one's, bigger cars. Or this car that's only a car. I think this is more animation accurate. But yeah, but even you can see that maybe the wheels are a bit smaller there. Tall, like that tall slope here, and that V-shaped painted crest with the Mecard right symbol right there, like a badge. Some nice painted silver tri-lights with a clear plastic right on top of that. Big smiley super smooth grille and then orange side vents. Yeah, nice azure blue hubcaps. Yeah, of course the window is broken up with the transformation sculpt, but this design always had these lines molded in. Little slope here. Red tail lights. Yeah, they're pretty big. Kind of light though. And of course the major difference with the W version is that it's red. Orange for red. And of course the silver hubcaps, which kind of looks make it a little bit more natural for a very kiddie proportioned car. And change the tail lights from red to orange because everything else is red. Okay, so in a vacuum, this is a very nice, simple little car. I mean, not little car, a simple big car that transforms into a robot with pretty simple transformation steps. And it's like a simple robot, like basic articulation. So just basically like a transformer, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess this is not rubbing with me right these days because this is a very different style of car. It's not supposed to be realistic. This is supposed to be like a toy car. It's a card game nature of this whole franchise. And also, exactly what is this car supposed to scale with? Because, it's not a realistic car, so it looks a little too big compared to the other bigger cars. I mean, unless you had even bigger car-only cars. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, because, these things, they're not traditional Transformers. This is not Transformers. This is a card game. These weren't like card game toys, just... They were in the shape of cars. They're just only in the shape of cars. They're not real driver cars. They're just mini cars, and then you have a big one. Unless you're kind of simulating the one where a mini one could actually, reformat the free-shell template car thing from that one episode. So I don't know if it's, making a toy that directly transforms from car to robot instead of like that little card in between. I don't know if that's antithetical. I'm just not vibing with this much and kind of complaining a bit too much because ever since they released that Mecard Ball DX icon, because that thing is really show accurate, non-transforming but super show accurate, which had better articulation. But ever since seeing that, I would actually might prefer to get a DX Evan, in that same style, like super show accurate, non-transforming, but maybe a bit more articulation. And then we got this, we got the reissue. We got the reissue ones instead of like a new sculpt, just like returning old sculpt, which this toy is fine on its own. Yeah, but I feel like a little spoiled because of DX icon that exists, because I really want the maybe Evan in that style, but since this is reissued, I don't think they're gonna do that when they have this already. I mean, I guess it's still serviceable for little kids as a transformable plaything, yeah, but yeah, imagine, the turning Mecard, it's nearly 10 years old now, and then, imagine the kids 3 to 6 who watched Turning Mecard when it first aired. They'd be teens by now, and then This thing is still here. Maybe just like maybe that's a comfort that this thing is constant, but on the other hand, they might desire something more sophisticated, a bit more advanced than just some old 8-year-old reissue. Yeah, this is also coming from a guy who just only has like later nostalgia because, I was pretty much a teen when, all these new Korean things exploded. So basically for recommendations, if you missed out on the original high-grade Mecard when it first released, yeah, this is a good chance to get it again. Yeah, it's basically identical to that old toy 8 years ago. It does its function. Yeah, it does its function in a vacuum just as a toy. I don't know, but if there are like real Mecard fans out there, they might want something more than this. But this suffices for now, I guess. Tune in next time for more old classic HG Mecard reviews. And this is KRBrickBot signing off with a screw you, Spin Master.